today. From Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans taking on Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals.
Being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception, but this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, so happy to be with you to kick off this much-anticipated 2021 season. With me in the booth as we begin our sixth season together is, of course, Charles Davis, and so much. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. Fielded right around the 8. And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Shotgun now from Murray. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Here's Murray. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Murray now to throw. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. For this defense, CD, and going up against Kyler Murray here, what's the secret to keeping him in check?
Having better athletes than him, which is really unrealistic. So I go way back in football. They used to have a coverage called the umbrella coverage with 4 defenders back deep. Now you want to try and move that umbrella up front with Kyler Murray. Kind of surround him and keep him hemmed into the pocket. Because if he breaks out, he's going to hurt your defense in a big way with his legs.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. But you know it's never easy to get Kyler Murray down to the ground, and to do it with a sack on their first drive, what a great tone setter defensively.
Oh, and no one's celebrating more than the defensive coordinator because that's all he's preached all week long. Keep him hemmed in. Don't let him get into the open field and create big plays with his feet. To get him down in the pocket early, that's got to feel great for them.
Another try after the first down sack. Murray finds his running back, James Conner, and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Third and 2, and here's Murray. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Now come the Titans for their first possession, led by Ryan Tannehill in his 10th NFL season and third with Tennessee.
And the former Miami Dolphin had a career renaissance in 2019 with Tennessee and carried it over into 2020. A career-high 32 touchdowns, just 7 interceptions, and those were the fewest he's thrown in a full season. And speaking of full seasons, he played all 16 games for the first time since 2015. He's got to be excited about 2021.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Fighting through, and he's got space. There's the stiff arm. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, down at the 31. They'll try the right side with Henry. Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. And the all-pro safety Buda Baker in on the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Henry running right. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Back to throw, Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Bullock now for the Titan field goal. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And Bullock will put this one through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Finding Green complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. from the gun. Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the handoff, Connor. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. Flushed out right. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray on the slant, complete to Green.
A.J. Green makes a nice catch for a first down wearing that familiar number 18. But the uniform, a little bit unfamiliar. He did spend 9 seasons in Cincinnati, was their 2nd all-time leading receiver behind Chad Johnson before heading out west to join the Cardinals.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Murray to air it out again. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry.
Good play there by the versatile Danico Autry. He can play inside or outside on the defensive line. 3 seasons in Indianapolis before signing with the Titans in March. He had 7.5 sacks in 2020.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll try the left side with Connor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Prater's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. From the 39, Tannehill. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And he whips that one incomplete there. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. And finding the tight end Hooper. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. To the air again, Tannehill. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Tannehill's throw pulled in by Woods.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. He's got Hooper on the short connection. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. To throw is Tannehill. He gets this one to Johnson. And it's a Titans touchdown. Marcus Johnson, 28 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a Tennessee score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense.
And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. But that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Murray. And the reception made by Green. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Murray from midfield. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? the spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think at this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten, Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start with to Henry. Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6.
From the gun, here's Tannehill.
He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Henry. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he will find his man on the outside. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. This is caught. It's Woods. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, it became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw into the hands of Hooper.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. On second down, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Henry. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Murray now on first down. He releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray.
And that falls to the ground incomplete. A nice job lining him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. From the gun on third down, Murray. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 31-yard line. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Again, they'll throw with Murray.
He'll get this to Connor underneath.
Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. From the 24, Murray. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
Now Mike Vrabel unsure of that last call. He's going to throw out the red flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The offense on third down tonight, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Throwing again. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Zach Cunningham picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So they dial up the blitz on 3rd and inches. It pays off.
And frankly, they were probably dialing up a run blitz, expecting him to run it in that situation. But instead, they end up back at the quarterback and put him on the ground.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Murray's got to have this one. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, it's Henry. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll run it again with Henry. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Tannehill. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, and their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on. And this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Murray's throw complete there to Moore.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Now Murray.
And this will be swung out here for counter.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Murray. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. To throw is Murray. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Murray to throw.
Open man Green. He's got it. Touchdown, Arizona.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass.
And the Cardinals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Prater on to add the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's Tannehill. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry-up. Tannehill. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And this one is no good. He missed it. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Now one final throw incomplete, and time will run out here in the 4th quarter, and we are going to overtime. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the back. Let's get the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Murray now to throw. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And down he'll go at the 25. He'll get the penalty yardage back exactly, 10 yards, as they'll get it to 2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense set to go again. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
And part 1 is done, now part 2. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Tannehill with his first throw in OT. On the connection, this is Ryan Izzo, complete. It's well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
So now after that big play, things come into focus a little bit sharper because at this point in overtime, a field goal is all they need. That big play there sets them up in field goal range. They want to try and finish this game off.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
Crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Tannehill to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. We needed extra time to decide this one. The rushing score and OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head. We could get to overtime. Just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all. And then to get there and finish it what I would call an old school way, a running play, because in today's NFL, we throw the ball to ring the bell, don't we?
Not there. They ran it in. And again, just a great game that we bore witness to. So for the Titans, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.